What up, MetaZoo maniacs and cryptid campers? To start off this month, August 1st, 2025, let's do an eBay sales report. Mesopotamia. I think I'm saying that right. $53, ends in 5 days, 7 hours. If you don't know what I'm talking about, all this money goes to charity, and you're going to get these 4 Rat King promos, PSA 10 Men in Black, PSA 10, where is it? UFO. And then we got PSA 9's Uncle Sam, Flatwoods Monster from UFO, Full Hollow First Edition Mothman PSA 9, and Reverse Hollow Nightfall Mothman PSA 9. As well, TMX Comics still has 3 Rat King promos available. 79 sold, $20 each. All the money that you spend on these goes to charity as well. And if you're wondering which charity it goes to Laughing at My Nightmare. Okay, let's jump right into the MetaZoo eBay sales in the month of July. And viewer discretion is to be advised on this first one. So from Super Retro Game Bros, we have a base set booster box, and yeah, sold for $57. Obviously something happened behind the scenes here. Well, if you're looking for a one-of-one limited edition booster box, that is it right there. Holy moly. Anyone remember this seller? Elite 4 Master. They had a whole bunch of boxes and cases available. They're sold out now. So they sold a ton of boxes for $80 each. And as we know later in the video, they sold a whole bunch of cases for $750 each. Then we definitely have to talk about DPD Collectibles. So he sold an open case for $700 by now, $699.99. I feel kind of bad for him, I won't lie, and I'm being honest. In his video, he said he opened up 9 cases and didn't get one Poncho box. That's absolutely insane. And I really hope MetaZoo changes the pull rate of the Jet Yates box. Next we have the Alpha Promo Pack, selling for $11.59 each, 2 available, 242 sold already at Retrospecs Collectibles. Okay, let's check out how first edition Cryptid Nation booster boxes are doing. So with a case, only $83 in auction. Remember, this is in auction. Holy moly, July 27, 2025. Kickstarter Full Hollow Mothman. Yeah, it's raw, and it's definitely off-centered. And let's zoom in a little so you can see off-center. I mean, left to right, that's clearly off-centered. But still, it is the top of the top. It's a Kickstarter Full Hollow Mothman for only $137.50. Also on July 27, 2025, first edition Full Hollow Mothman PSA 10 for $76 in auction. And a Full Hollow second edition Mothman from Cryptid Nation PSA 10 sold for $35 in auction. And then there is a Full Hollow Kickstarter PSA 10 Mothman that sold for $650 or best offer. I looked it up on 130point.com. It still said $650, so I'm not sure what the best offer was. But we know it was less than $650. And back on July 6, 2025, we had a Full Hollow Kickstarter Mothman PSA 10 sell for $412 in auction. Next we have an uncut sheet of the MetaZoo World Poker Tour promo cards. Sold for only $33 Canadian, $23.86 American. And next week, obviously, I have another eBay sales video. There's a lot of uncut sheets from Footballer Pete on eBay. Hey, here's a card I like a lot. I mean, it only got 3 bids, $86 in auction. This is the Ace of Spades Black Ink that I pulled. I pulled this card out of a pack. I sold it as a PSA 9 because I kept the PSA 10 that I pulled. But this is my card. It was really cool to see it up in auction. Hey, here's something you don't see too often. So we have the World Poker Tour Poker Chip. It's $1,000 value. It's the gold ink. There's only 250 of these made. This one's a PSA 10. Let's check out the back. See, it says $1,000. Pretty cool poker chip. I don't know how many of these Quote had to auction off. They had a whole bunch of the $500 ones, like a ton of them. And there's only supposed to be 1,000 of those made, but only 250 of these. But pretty cool. And you don't see these poker chips in the PSA case like this too often either. Next we have MetaZoo base set booster box. The cheapest I could find that sold in auction was July 16, 2025 for only $46. For the first 4 chapters of the original MetaZoo, the comics, like, this is crazy, $11.21. Are they all first edition? Yeah, I gotta zoom in. Where is it? Wow. That's a massive steal of a deal. I mean, second edition. Wow, if you were getting all of these, look at that, they're all first edition. If these are all second edition copies, I don't know if chapter 3 and 4 even have second edition, but I know chapter 2 and 1 do. Holy moly. You gotta understand, first edition used to sell for, I believe, like well over $500. I mean, all 4 of these for $11.21. I think this was a sleeper. I don't think people realized that there was a first edition. Wow, that's crazy. And if you missed out on that auction, there was another one for all 4 first edition ones again, $16.27. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is the back of the first chapter here. I'm going to zoom on in here. So there's actually a promo card. If you were to cut it out of the back page of the magazine, there's this very exclusive promo card you could only get if you cut it out of the last page of the magazine. Absolutely insane. I bet you most people don't even know about that. Ooh wee, things are getting cheap. This is all 5 of the borderless promo cards from, you know, you got the Collecticon convention packs or whatever. So if you complete the set, I believe it's of 30 of them, the borderless cards. No, sorry, 20 of them. You only get 1 of these. So you'd have to have 5 sets of 20 to get all 5 of these. For only $61 though. And it includes the Mothman. Absolute steal of a deal. Hey, the Piazza Bird from Native. Absolutely crazy artwork. Only $36 in auction on July 19th. Hey, it looks like DPD Collectibles sold a pair of MetaZoo shoes, which are pretty sweet looking. So far somewhere under $100. I mean, these would just be cool collector's item. Very cool. And doesn't KBDX Tokyo make custom sneakers? KBDX Tokyo, comment below. Tell everyone about your custom sneakers. Actually, make another video about your custom sneakers. I know he makes custom shoes. Next, we have MetaZoo Topps Chrome Alternate Art Mothman Refractor PSA 10 for $29 in auction. Here we have the Mothman Cryptid Camera, just the base one with the red background, not serialized. PSA 10 for $45 in auction. Even Blue Ink's dipping nicely in this market. Totally nuts. Blue Ink, I mean, this is, I consider a steal of a deal. You know how hard this is to pull? I mean, obviously you can open up a lot of second edition now, it's so cheap, but $181.50 for a PSA Blue Ink? Why not? And another alternate art Mothman PSA 10 MetaZoo Topps Chrome Refractor for only $23.50. But the top card in Nightfall, $20.50 in auction as a PSA 10. Next we have the Topps times Cryptid Nation promo card from MetaZoo Topps Series 0. I mean, number 34 out of $9.99 for $13. I can't emphasize this enough. If this card came out right now with all these different cryptids on it, all these beasties, Sam Sinclair's just chilling, it would sell for a lot more than $13. Absolute steal of a deal. Hey, we got one for Shimshack Collectibles. $37 in auction. Snipe with a crazy doodle on it. Very nice. There's a ton of these sketch cards sold. I mean, the Metal Man of Alabama has been one of my favorite ones. This looks absolutely sweet. It sold for only $15. Hey, I seen the Catcher's video. He was showing off a whole bunch of Loveland Frogman cards, and he had quite a few of these. And yeah, so DPD sold one for $60. Buy it now. PSA 10. Hey, we had one of the Genesis Bigfoot cards. So $84.99. One bid only. Wow. And it was number 83 out of 100. Absolutely epic Bigfoot card. Next, we have a bunch of the alternate arts from base set. So here we have Quetzalcoatlus, one bid, $25 in auction. $2.25 for Piazza Bird. Only $7 for Dingbell. Only $2.25 for Ziz. Only $1 for Gyarados. Basilisk. Only $8.50 for Bigfoot. Another Piazza Bird, only $8.50. Chupacabra, only $3.25. Sword of Surtur, only $1. Here we have the borderless awful card from the special convention promo cards you could trade up for. $15.50 in auction. And the borderless Phoenix promo card that you get when you trade in the convention promos, only $10.50. Next we have some MetaZoo Topps Chrome. Piazza Bird, Cryptid Camera, green refractor, so it's serialized out of $99. Only $26 in auction. Tizera, Cryptid Camera, serialized out of $50. Gold refractor, $31 in auction. Earlier we seen what, the Piazza Bird sold for $36? The Wendigo, the second best card you can pull, $35 in auction. And here's an absolute steal of a deal. Collecticon full holo Wendigo PSA 9 for only $43.50. So if we zoom in down here, it's got the Collecticon stamp on it. And that's Wendigo. Mothman's probably number 1, Wendigo's number 2, depending on what type of collector you are. But this is within the top 2 cards you could possibly get from Nightfall with the Collecticon stamp on it. For only $43, who cares what the grade is, and that's not a bad grade. Absolute steal of a deal. Here's a Topps Chrome card you don't see too often. Moon-Eyed People, green refractor, serialized out of $99. Number 1 out of $99. $3.25. And I know there are some people out there that only collect number 1s. So what a steal of a deal. And another Moon-Eyed People, I believe this is the alternate art. See, it's a little different artwork. Serialized 5 out of 50. And it's a PSA 10, which isn't easy to do with Topps Chrome. Only $34.33 in auction. Okay, so we're back to Elite 4 Master. I won't go through all the auctions. They sold a whole bunch of cases. And the reason why I don't have to go through them all is because they all sold for the exact same. Every one of these cases they sold, I think they sold about 4 or 5 cases, all sold for $750 in auction. So it equals about $62.50 per box. And now that we've seen how sweet the alternate arts look, I mean, this is looking like a pretty crazy steal of a deal. Next we have the alternate art Mothman, sold for $30 as a buy it now. Next we have the first edition Possessed Aura PSA 10 for only $67.99. And that's a PSA 10. Another one of the top cards in Seance, first edition Full Hollow Chains of Old Scratch PSA 10 for only $30 in auction. Here's a pretty sweet card. So Disclosure Files Men in Black 2.0 PSA 10, only $50 in auction. And in case you've never seen it before, we'll take an up close look. Absolutely epic Men in Black artwork. I just wanted to feature this one more time. We got the Hodag poker chip with the football. Someone comment below, why is there a football in his mouth? I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know what the reason is. And it's a cool looking poker chip. Now this next card is the Mothman from Dim Mak. That's not even the important part of this auction or this sale. It was $24.95 or best offer, so it sold probably for less than that. But I just want to talk about this Revolution Grading Company and their label. So let's zoom on in. This is a nice looking label. I mean, I don't know anything about this company, but yeah, it's pretty sweet. They have a really nice label. Here's an interesting card that I think Catching Cryptids and Cryptid Keeper would really like. So it's Headless Horseman, and the reason why I bring that up, it's because it's from the same series. Like they like collecting their Mothman, and there's a Wendigo, and there's a Metal Man of Alabama. But this is a similar art series, so it sold for $40. Sketch card, yeah, right down here, 37 out of 50. Really cool. $40, not a bad deal at all. And there is one more. Next we have Box of Native, $83 in auction, and that was on July 24, 2025. Then a day later, on July 25th, another Native booster box sold for $103.50. Next we have the Manchac Swamp Priestess PSA 10 for only $40 as a buy now. Next we had a Loveland Frogman first edition, not Kickstarter, PSA 10, so for $58.90 as a buy it now. A Full Hollow Flatwoods Monster Kickstarter PSA 10, so for $81 Canadian, so only $58.46 American. Next we had Chessie, first edition, not Kickstarter, PSA 10, so for $15.50. And another Chessie, but this is Kickstarter, PSA 10, so for $71. Hey, here's a cool card. So this is MetaZoo Hits the Road, Cryptid Nation, Cryptid Buster Bus or whatever. Actually, let's just zoom on in. Cryptid Busters Group. And it's autographed by, let's zoom in properly. Texas Ted hits the road, because he had the Hit the Roads promo. He had the Hit the Road bus. That's why I'm saying MetaZoo. Paint MetaZoo on the side of an RV. Get some of these crazy American MetaZoo content creators in it, and let them just drive around and cause some trouble, in a good way, and get the word MetaZoo into people's mouths. Anyways, if anyone from GQL or MetaZoo is watching this part of the video, let this artwork be your inspiration. And talk to Texas Ted, because he actually did do this in real life. They had to Hit the Road promos from the old MetaZoo. There's 5 different cards in the promo set. And this one's for Frostbite Labs. I don't know how this happened, but DPD sold a White Bison for $14 American raw. That is absolutely impressive. Hey, one of the best chase cards in Hello Kitty. The Hello Kitty and Chromie card, only $40. Buy it now. Hey, the complete embossed set of all the borderless cards that you get from the MetaZoo convention promo packs, $20. And little fact, in case anyone missed the fact here, where is it here? These embossed cards, you can get these graded at PSA, and they will not dock you marks for having this embossed stamp on it. Because that damages the card, obviously. But Charlie did say in a MetaZoo Monday that PSA is aware of this, and they will not dock you marks for this. Only problem is the rest of the cards are, in pretty bad condition. Like the back of these cards are not the best. The corners won't cut very well. Oh, here's the exact opposite of a steal of a deal, whatever you want to call it. 5 Nightfall Spellbooks for $70. Holy moly. 2 lots of these were sold, 4 available. I'm sorry, Uptown Fusion, if you're watching this video, I'm not trying to mess up your sales, but this is the exact opposite of a good deal. Okay, here's the moment everyone's been waiting for that made it this far in the video, so thank you for watching all the way. We're at the bangers of the week. We're going to see some crazy auctions now of crazy cards. Anyways, let's jump into it. Uncle Sam, 5 out of 5. Serialized, 5 out of 5. Cryptid Camera. Black Refractor. MetaZoo Topps Chrome, only $86 in auction. Sam Sinclair, Cryptid Camera, Black Refractor. Only 5 of these are made. Number 2 out of 5. Serialized, only $123.50 in auction. Next we have MetaZoo Topps Chrome, Gold Refractor, Alternate Art Mothman, PSA 10. Serialized out of 50. This sold the week before this, so it must have got relisted. Maybe the person didn't pay. It sold for over $300. Now it's sold for $282.77 in auction. Now here's a nice card. PSA 10, Hero Quest Mothman, $311 in auction. Next we have the Bear Walker Mothman, unscratched PSA 10 for only $122.50. I would have thought this would have sold for more. Next we have the What's Your Passion Silver Passion Mothman card, PSA 10, sold for $102.50. Hey, I wonder how many of these were sold on quote, but we had the first place caster medal with Mothman, $140.19 in auction. Next we have a Kickstarter Cryptid Nation booster box, $8.99, our best offer accepted. I looked it up on 130point.com. It said $8.99, so I guess it sold for $8.99 or less. I'm not too sure, but it wasn't more than $8.99. And next we have a Kickstarter non-alternating. Sorry, so the sticker on the back says non-alternating. Booster box was marked to 15% off. Whoever thought you would have to put a non-alternating Kickstarter booster box for 15% off for someone to buy it? But yeah, it sold for $1,189.99. Next we have a Dingbell sample card, PSA 9, for only $194.50. Next we have Hopkinsville Goblin sample card, PSA 9, for $275 as a buy it now. Here we have a Quetzalcoatlus PSA 9 sample card for $800, buy it now. Here's an absolute steal of a deal. I've never seen it sell for even remotely this close. Like, this is... Okay, just to give you some context, last year in the dip of MetaZoo, I bought a sample Bigfoot for $366, and it was a Beckett BGS 8.5. And that was cheap. That was really cheap. Little did I know, a year later, for less, for $345, a PSA 9 sample Bigfoot for $345. And to give you more context as to why that was a steal of a deal, look at this. Sample Bigfoot, PSA 9, July 20th, 2025, sold in auction for $1,025. But then on July 26th, so like 6 days later, a week later, it sold for $345. And it's not the same serial number, it's not the same card. So I'm not sure what happened between a week time span, but whoever bought this for $345, I know he was in my live stream the other week, I can't remember who it was, but that's why this is an absolute steal of a deal. Next we have a sample Wendigo, autographed by Poncho, authenticated, not graded. But who cares? I mean, it's a sample Wendigo, and it's got Poncho's autograph on it. $301.99 in auction. That's crazy how low that is. And don't forget, these sample cards don't say Poncho as the illustrator. It says Alfonso Alvarez. That's his real name. And then we got Sam Sinclair, PSA 10. These PSA 10s for sample cards have such a crazy premium. $1,009 in auction. Next we have a sample UFO, PSA 9, for only $255 in auction. Okay, so I did a little more digging while I was making this video. So this sample Bigfoot, PSA 9, serial number that ends in 00082, sold on July 6, 2025 for $780. And then it sold again on July 20th for $1,025, the exact same card. So how this sample Bigfoot PSA 9 sold for $345 still blows my mind. And I know I had this in an older video, but I'll just include all these PSA 10 sample cards at the end of this video as well. So Van Meter Visitor PSA 10, these are all on July 6, 2025. Sold for $562 in auction. Grim Reaper sample PSA 10 sold for $830 in auction. PSA 10 sample Hopkinsville Goblin sold for $621 in auction. Sample Injured Cold PSA 10 sold for $731 in auction. And one of the craziest steals of a deal during this entire dip of MetaZoo this year, Headless Horseman PSA 10 sample card for only $621. That's absolutely nuts. And then on July 6, 2025, we had the sample Mothman Beckett BGS 9.5. Let's see the grades. So yeah, it's the bare minimum to get a 9.5. $4,250 in auction. And then on July 30th, we had a CGC Gem Mint 10 Sample Mothman sell for $4,200 in auction. And honestly, the new MetaZoo hidden rares haven't sold for a while. I mean, I go to 130point.com, I type in MetaZoo hidden rare, and the last sale was Bigfoot, July 20th, 2025. And don't forget, the recording of this video is August 1st. So it's been like over a week and a half, about a week and a half, since a hidden rare has been sold. And that was Bigfoot. And then before that, it's July 18th for Piazza Bird. July 17th for Bigfoot. And then on July 14th, this crazy sale. So $700 for this crazy, this is crazy. So you got the Bigfoot Shadow Rare, which is a custom doodle by Poncho. Absolutely crazy. Then you have the Mothman, the Heroine on here. I mean, look at this custom artwork. This is crazy. And then it looks like the booster box was doodled on as well. Or is that the print? Oh, that's the print. So, pretty cool. Let's get that all in the frame. So these two cards, plus this print that's got a lot of cool doodles on it for $700. Then if we go a little lower, July 11th, we got a Piazza Bird for just over $100. Mothbrion $225 on July 8th. Sun Wukong for $125 on July 6th. And July 4th was the last sale of the OG Mothman for $1,000 American. And I guess that's where I'm going to end my video, on this crazy OG Mothman hidden rare. Texturized, absolutely beautiful. So what do you think? Are you excited to see the Loveland Frogman? They better have the OG Loveland Frogman as a hidden rare like this. I mean, if they don't, that's a massive fail, but I'm pretty sure they will. I'd be shocked if they didn't. And besides all that, I cannot wait. Just like everyone watching this video, I cannot wait to see Wendigo, the OG artwork as a texturized, hidden rare. Crazy. Anyways, comment below, let me know what you think. I know this video was longer than usual. It's been a while since I did one. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment below, did you win any of these auctions? Did you miss out on any? Did I miss something? Sometimes I miss stuff, so comment below if I missed anything that was kind of crazy that I overlooked. Maybe comment on what you think of Torrential Tides, what's your chase cards. Pretty much comment anything you want. Comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.